David Schwartz dropped some big news regarding RLUSD and how it will affect XRP. If you own XRP, you got to see the rest of this video, along with a big program a year ago. I'm talking massive, going dark. And BTC ETFs are bleeding big time.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And you know we're going to talk XRP price at the end because volume's starting to pick up and we're starting to get a little floor action. But you know the deal, your comments come first. Just like the ladies should. And by the way, happy fucking Monday, everyone. Golden Boy XCM says, as Swiss, I'm shocked that so many people allegedly want this incompetent woman. He's talking about Kamala. I'm not saying the election was rigged, but those polls, 100% rigged. I bet Trump is more popular than ever. The Dems are corrupt and a danger to your company. You know, I got to be honest with you. I did a bunch of traveling here as of late. Went out to Colorado, did a bunch of mountain climbing and hiking, loved it. I went through a few, red states, a few blue states, and there are a lot of supporters on each side. I mean, seriously, like I went through some very liberal parts of Colorado, and I went through some very conservative parts, all right? It's very divided. John Francis says, sorry, it's over, dude. Why is a token created for a decentralized network being controlled by a privately held corporation? Who sells it programmatically on the open market and keeps all the revenue? Only a total scam would or could do something like that. Some of y'all are getting pissed, but got to hear what David Schwartz said because this is going to be big in the implications for XRP. Bitcoin's sitting at 55,410. ETH is 2294 while BNB's at 506. Ton is clawing its way back after its CEO got arrested. Who saw that one coming? Comment down below. XRP sitting at 53 1 years at 390. Caspa, people have been talking about it, up 4.4% here at 15.5. Do you remember Friend.Tech? Yeah, I bet you do. A year ago, that was one of the biggest ones out there. Friend.Tech pulls the plug. Web3's hottest social network goes dark after a year. Oh, that's right. Because guess what they did? Oh, the team transferred control of their smart contracts to Ethereum's null address, basically their burn address. Oh, once transferred to the burn address, tokens cannot be recovered, effectively destroying everything sent there. This also means that they won't be able to fix any bugs or make any improvements going forward. So Friend.Tech, which was one of the biggest things a year ago, gone. Now that all that was done, what happened was this. They went from a market cap of 233.6 million all the way down to 6 million. People pulling their money out like crazy. Let me ask you a question. You holding anything right now that you're a little afraid of that might not last its time? I mean, let's be real. These things are a pump and dump flash in the pan. Friend.Tech is gone. Here's the announcement. As always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, will be linked in the description below. This is from Friend.Tech. Admin and ownership parameters have been set to 000. Prevent any changes to their fees or functionality in the future. This does not affect the separate web client operated Friend.Tech, which will continue to function. But guess what? No fees or anything. No dev improvements. It's dead. BTC ETFs bleed 1.2 billion in the worst outflow streak yet. Yeah, look, we know what the deal is, right? Macros. We got the Fed. We got overcooking the turkey. The economy being rough. What about China and deflation? Some Middle East concerns, but that's starting to ease up a little bit. We are a little bit on the sideline when it comes to cash, because think about it. On the sideline, because you're sitting here going, you don't know if Kamala's going to get in or if Trump's going to get in. And those are two very different economic policy regimes right there. So, yeah, a lot of money on the sideline, a lot of people bailing on the ETFs. Now, on to what David said. Whoa, the implications regarding XRP. But I want to hear from you. Let me get through this, and then I want to hear from you, okay? So just wait until you type down below, until I get through this, okay? Ripple's RLUSD institutions only at launch, CTO David Schwartz confirms. Schwartz reiterated that the stablecoin would remain exclusive to institutions initially. He reinforced this point by comparing RLUSD with USDC and USDT, highlighting that individual users can access them. Addressing the potential risks of market manipulation and money laundering associated with RLUSD, Schwartz stated, I don't think it's really likely to happen except maybe in the early test phases before anyone is really using it to store value. I've got the tweet here from David as well. You can check it out down below. But how do you feel about that? RLUSD only available for institutions at the beginning. So if you're looking for some leverage on the price of XRP, you know, some burn action, some gas, some juice, well, institutions are going to move big chunks of money, but they're not going to move it that often. Not as if you would get retail, right? We know retail is about like just huge quantity of transactions. This will be big in terms of the amount of money moving, but not the transactions. Now, this is only at launch, which means this could change. And is that when you start seeing the usage, the burn action, the gas fees? But I want to hear from you. How do you feel about only at launch available for institutions? Is this what you were hoping for XRP usage? Speaking of XRP usage, let's swing it on over to price. We're in the last 24 hours. We are up 46%. Volume is starting to improve, but this last weekend was rough low volume. Well, and it makes sense. Why? Because this weekend wasn't too fun price-wise. Unless you believe in stacking and adding to those bags and long-term movement, then you're like, hey, I don't mind 53-cent XRP because you're sitting there probably thinking we're going to get some good juicy action. But is 53 cents the right zone to buy? Or do you think you could get greedy and wait it out and get sub 50 cents? When we zoom on out to the 1 month, you're looking at that going, no, okay, you really didn't have much of a chance. But if we zoom out even further, you could see that, yes, there have been several chances to get sub 50 cent XRP. But the buy zone on that 50 cent is super tight. And you can see it right here up on the screen. Okay, that's this mark right here is 50 cents. You can see that we only hit it just a couple of times here. There was a good period in June and a good period in July where you could have gotten it. But otherwise, it is a day or two here or there spread out throughout the year. So is sub 50 greedy or sub 50 possible? Or are you still stacking right now at 53 saying, hey, it ain't going to matter. We're going to moon anyways. I will tell you, we are in for a wild ride. You got Trump over on one side saying he's going to make U.S. the crypto capital of the world. Kamala on the other side here that's let Gary Gensler do whatever the hell he wants. You couldn't get any more opposite. And that's why you're going to have a lot of cash sitting on the sidelines because there's such dramatically different choices. That also means that that cash on the sideline can get back into things once they know the direction. If we start seeing polls lean heavy one way or the other, you could definitely see the markets move with that action. Speaking of action, what are your thoughts on what SCWARTZ says? I mean, RLUSD only for institutions at the beginning. That's kind of a bummer because I'm sure there's some of you out there watching, myself included, that would have been like, okay, I would have been pretty happy to get into some of that because it's all about trust of the company, right? That's what stablecoin action is. You purchase their stablecoins, you use them, you earn some juice on them, and it's all about trusting the company. Would you trust Luna UST? You know, come on now. But what about RLUSD? So obviously in the beginning, institutions only is not going to put a lot of mechanical leverage on the price of XRP by the burn rate gas fees associated with it. But it also will bolster the positivity, the oomph, I'm trying to think of the right word, the right adjective to describe it, but the overall bolstering of the company's perspective, because it is all about trust. So if Ripple gains in trust by people trusting RLUSD, trusting, right, all the backing of it, the reports that are going to be associated with it, is that going to start flowing over into the trust of XRP? We're going to have to wait and see, though, because we're still waiting for the official launch date for RLUSD, which, of course, I will share it with you once we figure it out. So hit that subscribe button down below. Did you like what you saw? If you did, hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching. Choo-choo, bitches.